Hi guys, I was just sitting here having a little bit of tea and thinking that
Jennifer Lopez, Miss Jenny from the block herself, started off with her in her documentary, her releasing her new album, her short film, which was trying to be a Beyonce Lemonade-esque situation. Just didn't go down very well. Coupled with the fact that she is so out of touch with just reality in general. Probably seen all the TikToks. We've seen the TikToks at this point.
I want you to call Derek. And we need him for like 1 or 2 days. It's a wedding. He's in a wedding. It's a wedding. He's not going to give up his wedding. Whose wedding? It's a wedding he's in. He can't, unfortunately, it's where it's landing. I want you to call him. Okay.
Not to mention the countless amounts of people who have come out and said that she is not a nice person to be around, to serve, to work with, to work for. She's just a mean girl.
Let me tell you about the time I fed J-Lo water. And yes, it's exactly how it sounds. I walk up beside her holding the glass like this. And I say, Miss Lopez, I have your glass of water. And without even acknowledging that a human being is standing beside her, she doesn't look at me. She leans over and drinks from the straw while I'm holding the glass. And then she just leans back and eyes locked on the floor below, doesn't even look at me.
This has of course amplified with the Block 2024 movement, which if you aren't aware of that, then please go and watch the video, which I'll leave in my description box, where I go through exactly the reasoning why we are doing the Block 2024 movement. I have participated in this. I've been quite passionate about talking about this. You best believe that I've got J-Lo blocked among an array of other people. So anything that I'm using in here is coming from news sources and is also coming from other people's TikToks.
Okay, next on the chopping block is J-Lo. Because not only has she refused to speak up on the multiple G-sides happening right now, her attitude at the Met Gala was absolutely repulsive.
What are you wearing tonight?
And I think this brings a fantastic emphasis on the fact that people will literally jump hurdles for these celebrities and will try to defend them till kingdom come. And yet this is exactly how they would treat you if you gave them the chance. Like, what's not clicking? These people do not care or respect about you, so why are you giving them the type of day? Next!
Suffice to say, she is on quite a few people's block lists. I feel that this tour that she is doing was just bound to fail given what was happening before Block 2024 with literally like everything that's come out about J-Lo. It was already going to get worse. It's now got even worse because event organizers are literally telling her to pull the plug on this tour, and apparently tickets are being sold for as little as $10. And this is a far cry from what it originally was. Do I feel bad for her? No, not really. I feel that obviously on a compassionate, a human level, like, yeah, it's not much fun to want to do something and then it basically failing. Like, no, that's never a good thing. Obviously, I can have some sympathy there. She has been given ample opportunity to try and save face. She has failed to do any of that. Not to mention also with the Blockout 2024, she could have come out, she could have said a little something about what's going on around the world. She could have done that. But she didn't, hence the reason why now she's been blocked by a lot of the internet.
Hi guys, I was just sitting here having a little bit of tea.
Just shh.
People just aren't standing for it anymore, and as a result of that, it's literally, we've got news headlines saying Jennifer Lopez's team were in crisis talks to cancel her This Is Me Now tour over poor sales, with pop princess keen to go ahead as tickets are now being scalped for as little as $10 online. I have actually gone and I've looked at what the tickets would be. The cheapest that I could see was around $50 something, although Yahoo does actually have this listing right here where it tells you, and some of the prices are pretty damn bad considering what they were going for, which is like, I'm pretty sure the cheapest wasn't like $400 or something. Anyway, so it is bad. It is bad. And I spoke about this in my last video one of my last videos, of her poor ticket sales and the fact that she cannot sell, not selling out the venues, whatever they are. There are so many empty seats. It's like performing to an empty hall. I just read the room. Read the room. Read the room. Like I've already made this statement before. Do I feel bad for celebrities who are just like doing nothing but benefiting off of the atrocities of what, like, no. Do I feel bad for a no? Fundamentally no. Not just that that's going on. It's not just that that's going on, because I also made a video where I said that her and Ben Affleck, who is her husband, are going for a bit of a rocky patch, and now all of a sudden media outlets are going crazy and saying that a divorce is on the horizon.
Ben Affleck has reportedly blocked Jenny. There are reports all over the place now that he has already moved out of their house. She was seen house hunting without him yesterday. He did not go to the Met Gala with her. And a source says that she can't control him and he can't change her. Quote, so it's over. They've been married for less than 2 years. I think, honestly, the thing that I am the most sorry about is that he had to be in that ridiculous documentary. Like, that's out there forever. Like, we already had Gigli. That's been out there forever. But now you're immortalized as the guy on the motorcycle who's, like, along for the ride with her. She's having a tough year, man. There's like all kinds of reports about how they are trying to get her, how Ticketmaster was trying to get her to cancel her show because of low ticket sales, and she's refusing.
She would just be an absolute nightmare to be in a relationship with, considering she doesn't respect the fact that, you know, he is an alcoholic. She has her own drinks line, like that she literally started up not shortly after they got married. Like, the whole thing is just weird. How do you have respect for someone and then set up an alcohol line? Like, what? Could you not just do alcohol free? Considering she says that she doesn't drink and now all of a sudden she does drink. I'm just ultra confused. Strike number 2 is obviously her going ahead with this whole, you know, the greatest love story, whatever it's called, okay? When she did that, and it was so visibly clear that Ben did not want to be a part of it, but she still forced him to. It's just bizarre. At the end of the day, I feel like she's just the kind of person that's only out there for herself. Once again, is not something that I can vibe with.
And then I went down there, and my book that I had given her was down there. She was like, I've been reading, and this is the kind of inspiration. I've been showing them the book. It's like, you've been showing all the musicians all those letters that, and they were like, yeah, we call you Ben Affleck. And I was like, oh my God.
So the marriage doesn't work the first time because Ben doesn't like this amount of public scrutiny on his relationship and he wants to keep it private. And after all this time, what does she do? She decides to make the most public spectacle of a relationship possible and force this man into a documentary about it, not just the album. Look at how uncomfortable he is.
In regards to her tour, it says, now multiple insiders have claimed Live Nation, the promoter behind the tour, recently suggested cancelling all 30 dates, but no one, including her long-term manager, Benny Medina, was able to convince her. Yeah, she is not stopping for nothing. I think she firmly believes she's got an ego the size of one of the stadiums that she's going to be performing in. There ain't no way that she's just all of a sudden going to cancel. And this is such a good point. Jennifer's always been a marketing and PR genius, but her biggest miscalculation here is that she thinks the world is still interested in Ben and Jennifer's love story, but no one cares about Bennifer anymore. The world has moved on. A second source told Daily Fail that Live Nation held talks with Medina to prevent the embarrassment of Lopez performing to an arena full of empty seats. I think it should go ahead because I think it would humble her. I think she should go ahead with it and understand that no one cares. Live Nation is very concerned about the lack of tickets sold and doesn't want Jen to feel embarrassed when she goes out there and sees empty patches in the stadium she's going to perform at. But Jen has too much pride to cancel it, so it will currently be what it will be. They can't convince her to change course. So everyone's screaming at her. This is going to end up exactly like the mini film that she did, with everyone telling her, don't do it, don't put money into this, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And she decided to do it. And as a result of that, She has been crucified all over the internet. It just led to the spotlight being back on her, expecting her to talk about things, which once again, she has not advocated for anything good in the whole entire world. She then got put on people's block lists. She had not have gone ahead and done any of this. She probably would have just kind of faded into obscurity, but she's not ready to do that. So it's a sequence of events. It really is. Because if you ask a single person, if you look on anyone's block list, J-Lo comes up top. J-Lo is literally right there next to Kim K and Kylie Jenner. She's up there. If she'd have just kept her mouth shut, then people would not even notice. Just my own opinion. This was a week ago, I'm pretty sure. This is them saying that no one's interested in Bennifer. Whatever, no one's interested in it unless it's the other Jennifer. So coming back on, we're going to read this one. So this is all interconnected. You see what I'm trying to do? It's all interconnected. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are headed for a divorce. He already moved out. Now this admittedly is In Touch Weekly, which I don't actually think are the most reliable source of whatever. However, I read... Who did I read? Who was that even from? I read one over a week ago where it was talking about there being a suspicion that their relationship is not going good. In my own opinion, I'm kind of inclined to believe what media outlets are saying because I just feel like it has been a steady stream of information. Affleck has hit a breaking point and has moved out of the home, a source says. The writing is on the wall, it's over, they're headed for a divorce, and for once, Ben's not to blame. Fans have noticed that Ben and Jennifer have been spending increasing amounts of time apart. The actor did not attend the Met Gala. He was busy filming The Accountant 2, but In Touch's source says he decided to call it quits on his marriage to the A-list singer. Focusing on his work and his kids now, Ben's already moved out and they'll likely have to sell the dream house they spent 2 years searching for. So, interestingly enough, Jennifer, if I can find the article, I'll put it up here, but Jennifer was actually seen house hunting with a friend. So, supposedly they've only just gotten this house and she was seen house hunting for another house.
So fans are actually believing this one because TMZ reported on May 14th that Jennifer was house hunting in LA with a gal pal with no Ben in sight. In the documentary, Ben Affleck actually said that getting back together, I said, listen, one of the things I don't want is a relationship on social media. Then I sort of realized it's not fair. It's not a fair thing to ask. It's sort of like you're going to marry a boat captain and you go, well, I don't want the water. We're trying to learn to compromise. Jennifer added, I don't think Ben is very comfortable with me doing this, but he doesn't want me to stop. And a source says Ben would never try to stifle Jennifer's dreams or tell her she can't do something that advances her career.
The thing I will say is that if this is true, surely she will cancel her tour, because why on earth is she going to want to sing about her romance and her marriage to Ben, which is basically what her mini film was about, The Greatest Love Story. Just told, I can't remember what it was even called, but you get what I mean. Like that's what this was. So why is she then gonna are you really gonna want to perform to an empty stadium talking about your marriage when you're both not gonna be together? I don't even know what to call it. I'm not saying getting a divorce is humiliating. I'm saying that what she's having to do is stand up and perform about your husband that isn't really your husband, about your love story, but you're not really together anymore. Like that, what an experience to go through, having to perform. I'm hoping that someone understands what I'm trying to say. That would be a really strange experience to have to go through. That would, I mean, I wouldn't want anyone to go through that, but let's be real, but this is her karma. Then says that basically Ben shies away from social media and Jennifer embraces it, but that's like always been the way that it's been. So, you know, I mean, the writing was on the wall when they were doing that documentary.
He nails it so well with this line.
I did really find the beauty and the poetry and the irony in the fact that it's the greatest love story never told. You're making a record about it. That seems kind of like telling it.
And I'm not joking, the amount of people that are talking about Bennifer getting divorced and then JLo then having to sing about her broken down marriage in front of an empty stadium. At the end of the day, she's insanely rich. She has got a lot of followers. She's got a lot of people around her telling her what she wants to hear. Fundamentally, she's going to be okay. I know I'm probably going to have some people going, why are you so harsh? Like, why are you being so mean about it? It's like, guys, yes, none of this sounds like a lot of fun. At the end of the day, she will be okay, all right? She will. She's going to be fine. I can't say that about a lot of people around the world, but I can say that about Jennifer Lopez, okay? Jennifer Lopez, Miss Jenny from the block herself. She'll be absolutely fine. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.
If I close my eyes and listen to that clip, I would literally think it's JLo walking into a coffee shop on a random Saturday morning and a fan outside being like, what are you wearing? And she's like, Scaparella. Like, there could not be a less private place on planet Earth than walking up the Met Gala steps. And it's absolutely sending me that she looked this reporter up and down and was like, how dare you bother me on this intimate private night I'm having? Can't you see I'm trying to walk up the Met Gala steps? Celebrities are humans too. Like, not to sound like one of those douchebags on the street who's like, you should smile more. But like, damn bitch, would it kill you?